Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Prime Morning. My name is Dessiree, and I hope that you get and interact with us on our social media platforms. Before I get into the next conversation, just to remind you that we are still pushing the campaign of the Light Up Our Roads. And so please, we are awaiting your videos. We have received a couple. We still need more because we want our street lights and our traffic lights to start working again. So hop on this campaign and let's drive this agenda of our street lights and traffic lights working again. Now, my guest, very interesting. Her genre of music, very interesting. Her looks, very interesting. Yes, very interesting. And she says that she's an alternative, she does alternative soul genre of music, and it has a mixture of Afro beats in there as well. I love that. And I told her that she has a lot of explaining to do because you and I at home, we need to really understand. But she has a song that has been featured on BBC. Isn't that incredible? Ladies and gentlemen, seated with me this morning is Dessiree. Hi.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Thank you for the introduction.
Oh, you seem to have a very, like an amazing background. I mean, you've done music and you've studied music. Quite a number of people would just say, oh, music is a gift, and so they're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
And not necessarily doing their best to learn the techniques side of music and actually implementing it in their work. But before we get into that part, who are you really?
My name is Dessiree.
Yes.
I'm an alternative soul producer and artist. And you was talking about studying the technique of music.
Yeah.
And that's why I went to uni to study music, because I wanted to be in control of the type of music that I make.
Okay.
And create something new, which became alternative soul. I'm sure you probably haven't heard it before.
Nope.
But it's something I came up with when I was first starting to study music, because I felt like as an artist, I didn't want to put myself in a box. So I said to myself, I'm going to always make music from my soul, but I'm going to experiment with alternative genres. And that's what I aim to do. And that's the sound that I've created.
Okay, okay. So how did it come to you? I mean, how exactly did you get that to create that genre?
Well, it was a lot of experimentation. There was a lot of bad ideas. There was a lot of ideas that I wasn't sure about.
Yes.
But once I landed on a concept that I was comfortable with and that felt authentic to me, that's when I said, okay, this is the type of artist that I am. I'm an alternative soul artist. And it just gives me space to not put myself in a box. Like, I see myself going into different genres going forward.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here in Accra,
yeah.
I want to do Afro beats as well and combine that with my music, because growing up, there was so much high life played in my house, Daddy Lumba, Castro D Destroyer, all of that. So it's like, growing up, that was the influence that I had. So it's like, I want to put that into my art as well.
Okay, so you're Ghanaian based in the UK, but you have moved to Ghana and it's been about 7 months. That's what you said off air.
Yeah.
Right, so what would you say, the comparison, looking at Ghanaian music outside of the country in the UK, and now that you are in the country right now and trying to push your music, how would you say the music is doing? The music industry.
In Ghana?
Yes.
I feel like it's quite similar to the UK in that, like, those who are lovers of art and music are always keeping their ears tuned to what is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in Ghana, you guys have your local artists that you listen to. It's the same thing in the UK. Like, people who are lovers of art and music, they're always plugged in. And even if the artist is not mainstream, because they're doing their own thing, and they're creating their own type of genre and sound, there's a small community that loves that. So I feel like it's quite similar in that there's always a community of listeners that you can find, as long as you're staying true to yourself. Yeah.
Now, you chalked first class with studying music. So the degree that you had in music, you chalked first class. Now, how are you implementing what you learned and all the skills that you've acquired into your music?
I think that studying music really helped me build a sound of my own and be in control of that sound, because in music, there's a lot of people that have to be involved. You've got the producer, then you have the engineer, sometimes there's songwriters. And I felt like the more that I can learn these different things, learn how to write music, learn how to sing properly, learn how to produce my own music, the more control I have over my own sound.
Right.
And the consistency as well, because when you're working with so many people, you're waiting on them to put out your music. But I wanted to be consistent and truly just experiment and learn the craft. And all of the people that inspire me are producers, especially females in the industry as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to be like them.
Okay, and it's going so well.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right, you have a new song out. What's the title?
Have You Forgotten Me?
Have You Forgotten Me? Okay, so we have it. Director, do we have it? Let's get it ready and play it. Okay, so let's listen to this beautiful song from Dessiree, and then we'll come back into the studio and continue the conversation.
Realize our self-worth, and we have that realization of assurance, and we're like, no, like, has this person forgotten who I am? I'm not the one to play with, you know? So the whole song is taking the listener on a journey from one feeling to another.
It literally does that.
Yeah.
Seriously, because you got me.
You wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, like you got me. You were moving me like I was being moved. My emotions, my head, like, yeah. You were literally taking me from one emotion to the other.
Yeah.
So it's worked.
Thank you.
You've done incredibly well, Dessiree. Congratulations to you.
Thank
This is
you.
really beautiful. And I can't wait to see the outcome of the music video. It's coming out tomorrow,
Yeah, it's
Friday.
coming out tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. What time?
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
On YouTube.
Okay. So in the introduction, I did mention that she has a song that was featured on BBC and it's titled Peppermint Tea.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
And let's talk about, briefly, okay, because we have to go, the aura, the effects, the impact that alone has brought to your brand.
Well, I actually made peppermint tea in COVID, and obviously we couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to make a music video from home on my iPhone.
Oh.
So I made the song in my room. I recorded it in my room. I sent it to my engineer in London, and then I made the video in my room. And I put it out there, and the BBC caught on, and it really brought the community, my bass community to me, because that was like the second song I ever released.
Okay.
And this kind of like sound that's like honed at home and that kind of bedroom aesthetic, that community came to me.
Okay.
As I said, like in London, like there are people that are lovers of music and lovers of art that will admire whatever you put out as long as it's authentic to you.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any expectations when I put it out. I just was being me, and I wanted to express myself and put out my artwork, even though it was locked inside. And it happened to catch the attention of the BBC. Yeah.
And it got featured on there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That was my first radio play, actually.
Dessiree, thank you so much for your time this morning, and we can't wait for the music video of Have You Forgotten Me coming out tomorrow. Before you go, how can people reach you? How can people get to you? Socials?
My @ is Dessiree Desi on all social media: YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, that's how you can find me.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely morning. When will you be going back to the UK?
I'm not sure. I'm having too much of a good time here in
Thank
the
you.
car.
So make sure you stay. And eat your favorite Ghanaian food, by the way.
It changes all the time.
Dessiree,
right now,
you're not loyal. Dessiree, you're not loyal.
It's changing all the time. Right now, it's yam and garden egg stew. Like,
So before that, it was
fufu.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we end this conversation. Dessiree, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having
me. And we'll
me.
go and stream Have You Forgotten Me by Dessiree on all digital platforms. Wait for the music video tomorrow. This is a very beautiful preview of the music, and we love it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so you can stay with us right here on Prime Morning. My name is Dessiree. Let's not forget, let's talk relationship today. We're going to talk about ministry of a family, the dilemma of a pastor's child. Like I said earlier, send in your questions. Our guest will be here to answer it all for you. So you can stay with us. We'll be right back.